Hey, what's up, ladies? Yes, I'm in my car right now, but I have privacy, and I just want to take a second to share with you guys the heart behind what the direction of our group, of our ladies group. So I know I couldn't be at this last meeting, and many of you missed the meeting before that where we did get a chance to talk openly about this. And so I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page and you understand why we are going in the direction we are. Now, life groups in general, an ideal life group size is 6 to 7 people, all right? And the reason for that is there's an opportunity for everybody to share, to build relationships, and to really dig in and give everybody a chance to talk, whereas larger groups are ineffective because there isn't enough time to talk, especially if we have an hour constraint. So that's ideal. And now I will be perfectly honest that over the last year, we have grown way too big. And I wanted to break up ages ago, but just there wasn't a clear opportunity for leaders to actually take on parts of the group. So part of this is my fault that I've allowed it to go on this long. We've built great relationships, which is really awesome, and I'm excited about that. But the truth is what I want for you guys is so much more than just getting together every 2 weeks. That's nice, but that's not my intent, and that's not the intent of life groups. It is to do life together and to see you guys grow exponentially. And so I talk about this all the time that, if you're the same person a year ago from today, then something's not right. And I have seen definite growth in all of you, but the truth is, if we are going at the same rate we're going now, what about a year from now? Is where we're at really going to trigger significant growth? And when I say growth, I mean, some of the things that the way we measure growth as Life Church is, are you giving? Are you irrationally generous? Are you serving? Are you living out your God-given purpose in life? Are you involved in the community? Those are tangible ways where we can see. And I look at so many people in our group and I see that you guys have grown, and we have all grown in those ways. But I want to see more of that growth. The other part is having so many people together at the table. Obviously, you can't even hear each other. But one of the interesting things is that while we started smaller, that gave many of us a chance to build a relationship. Whereas now, a new person coming in, that's just not going to happen. It's easier now for those who already have the relationship to continue. It is not easy for a new person to join our group. In fact, I got some feedback a few days ago from somebody who's on our group me, who has come from time to time, who shared that the group frankly is intimidating for them. And, it's very hard to talk. We have a lot of big personalities. And so, it's just for somebody who's quiet and maybe doesn't know everybody, it's really difficult to be a part of our group. So unfortunately, what our size has done has limited our growth. So this is where we're headed. We need to shrink our group down to 6 to 7 people sized groups. So this opportunity that presented itself was perfect since Carly and Mary Ellen are starting the Made to Crave group, which is awesome, and it's going to be a great group as they dig into that book, but continue to build relationships and see growth in our faith. So there's that group. So if that's where God is calling you, you want to join that group either for the book or you want to grow with those people, whatever it is, cool. Go to that group. It's going to be great. Brittany and Dana are definitely starting a Bible study. And I don't know what book they're studying, but it's going to be, really digging into God's word. And that is great. And I think many of you are at a place where you've grown in your faith, but now you need to take it up a notch. And I think that will be a great group for you. So some of you, I encourage you to join that group. Now, whoever is remaining will be in Ladies Welcome. But here's the thing. If the folks that are remaining in Ladies Welcome exceed 7 people, then what we'll do is we're going to break up Ladies Welcome. So it will be 2 separate groups, and Jacqueline and I can talk about maybe meeting on different days or whatever. So anyway, the bottom line is we need to make the group smaller, and so this is a natural way to do it. And the other part, and some of the negative feedback I've heard is, we've built these relationships, it's not fair to break us all up. But the truth is sometimes you have to make a tough decision to see significant more growth. And I think that but when we make this change, maybe it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable for some people, but the outcome is going to be far greater than we even anticipated, because number one, we are going to be able to dig into what God is doing in our lives more intensely. And number two, we're going to be able to allow other people to join and be a part of what God is doing through our group. Does that make sense? One of our code statements is we are spiritual contributors, not spiritual consumers. We are the church and we exist for the world. And so I think our mentality has to not be, I'm comfortable, I like it the way it is. It's got to be, God, what do you want me to do? How can you use me to impact other people? And the great thing about that is as we become spiritual contributors, thinking about other people, that's what God uses to grow us. All right. Wow. This is a 6-minute video. I had no plans for it to be 6 minutes. Anyway, I hope you understand the heart behind it. But here's my question. Since I wasn't at the last group and, I understand that there was a little bit of confusion. Do you want to meet one more time entirely as a big fat group, or are you guys comfortable just choosing the group that you're interested in and going forward from there? Okay, so that is the question. Do you want to meet one last time, or are you ready to kind of step into the new groups? And then the last thing, and what we talked about, is we will do maybe quarterly or every other month or whatever, something fun together. So however many groups we end up with, it would be fun to do activities and game nights and whatever together. So it's not like we are never going to see each other, okay? We go to the same church and we're serving together. And so we are connected in more ways than one. And just know that this is a great opportunity that God has given us to reach more people for Christ. So put your comment in the reply. Do you want to meet again together or start fresh? Thank you guys. Love you. Talk to you soon.